Hello everyone. What is the difference between user stories and requirements? For today's video, I thought to address this very basic difference. And trust me, there exists a difference. So, as I have been telling until now, a user story is basically written from the perspective of the user, the end user. There is a certain format to write that. As an end user, I want XYZ so that I can do ABC, like that. It is written from the perspective of the user, how the user will perceive that particular system, right? Whereas requirements, they are written from the system's perspective. So what is the difference, you would ask? I mean, basically we are designing the system for the user. So how is the requirement any difference? Well, the key difference is a requirement is basically a very technical document, and that is what also goes into the PRD, the product requirements document. That is a topic for another day because that's a huge topic, but let's address about the difference between requirements today. So a requirement can include both functional and non-functional requirements. What does that mean? The functional topics can be something which how the systems should function. The non-functional topics include performance, scalability, networks, etc. What the system would be built upon. So all these are basically requirements, and thus it is different. The user is not exactly concerned with what are the requirements from a very technical perspective, right? I mean, they are concerned about their requirements, but they are not exactly concerned about the technical requirements. So when you are defining requirements, they are supposed to include the requirements of what this system needs to be built upon. Okay, so now where do we write requirements basically, and where do we write user stories? User stories are generally written in an agile environment, right? So you write the user stories, you put them into tickets, you put it on Jira or Asana or whatever ticketing system you are using. Maybe you are just using Excel for whatever. So, but requirements, they are generally written in a waterfall model. And what is the difference between agile and waterfall model? Like, there are hundreds and probably tens of thousands of videos out there, and I will also address it in one of the later videos. But for now, just imagine huge systems like banking systems, financial systems, probably aviation systems. They follow the waterfall model, while others are generally using agile, like say e-commerce or insurance or something of that sort, right? So in a waterfall model where the requirements are huge, they are actually using requirements, and while in agile we are generally writing user stories. So now I hope I have cleared the difference for you in a bit. So if you have any questions or concerns, please put them in the comments and I will address each one of them. Thank you.